Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Hey. Haunt. You got to unmute your mic so we can hear what you're saying.
I saw it as soon as I looked up. I'm like,
you are muted. All right. Great start to the show. All right.
Yeah, well, Mike muted. Anyway. Hold on. Come back here, mister. What are you? Nice all trimmed up. Got a haircut.
Oh, yeah.
Shave.
My mom said, come over. I'll give you a free haircut. I'm like, all right. Sounds good.
Nice. Did you get a free bowl of soup with the haircut?
Why?
You're young. You never heard that one. It's like
no.
It's always like there's something like somebody's like, I got a haircut, but somebody put a bowl over your head and they just cut your hair.
Oh no! I have to find the pictures from when I was younger because my mom gave us bowl haircuts or whatever, the bowl cuts.
Did you use a Flowbee? Does she have a Flowbee to cut your hair?
I don't remember, but I'll ask her.
Do you remember what a Flowbee is?
No, I do not. I'll look it up.
They used to have commercials on TV for a Flowbee.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, there's a kid who got a haircut in the neighborhood with a Flowbee. Called him Flowbee One Kenobi. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell here. Max Page with a free pick. Hello on a Monday morning or afternoon, wherever the heck you're at. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow. All the plays, I just posted them. They're all posted up there. They're posted in Posty Town. Anyway, all right, let's do a little recap here. So I had a losing day NFL yesterday. It happens. What am I going to do? I go, I haven't threw out my sheet. 3-6, I believe. What's going to happen here? I know I was in trouble with Buffalo, right? He's playing. He's not playing. He's playing again. Whatever. I had a 3.5 in the circa. I had 9 overall. Buffalo. Bad. What am I going to do? Bad loss. Cleveland does not show up at all. What am I going to do there? Dallas in the under. We blow a 14-point fourth quarter lead. I think I have a split on my hands. No. Another fourth quarter double-digit lead blown by the Bears. So I'll chalk up a bad one. I pulled out a miracle cover last night on the Niners -4. I'll take that.
And we managed to middle it because we had Chargers +7 and a hook.
Yeah. You had a monster day yesterday. Did you go 17-7? Was that like college or a lot of NBA or
22 and 9?
22
and it was everything. 2-1 NBA. Nick had 3-1 in hockey. NFL, we lost 2 plays and we actually had a good week with NFL with Circa. We went 4-1. Nice. The Browns kind of let us down. The one week I don't bet the Colts and they win outright, so I'm definitely done with them.
Well, we'll talk about those guys in a second, the Colts.
Yeah.
More talk about the Raiders. And that's another one. Yeah. I had Vegas thinking, okay, your ESPN host comes in and says that Sam's my guy for the rest of the year, and then on game time we have a Matt Ryan sighting.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. If I knew it was Matt Ryan, I would have looked at it a little bit differently.
Yeah, it would have been a no play.
That would have been Colts. If I knew, I thought it was going to be the
Sam Elger. The guy said he said he's the guy for the rest of the year. And then
Jeff Saturday comes in and switches them up. If I would have known that, then Colts all the way. It would have been an easy play. But
yeah. I mean, it would have been. I wouldn't have played the Colts anyway. I'm like, you brought a guy, like we said about the Raiders. I'm surprised. How's the coach still got a job? Does he have a job? I wasn't on Twitter this morning. Is he still employed by them? How did he lose to a guy who just came out of a booth who has never coached anything in his whole life? Goodbye. I said this about the Colts yesterday. If I'm an assistant, I'm mad. I would have walked out. And I'm on the Raiders, take Buffalo. They got Denver this week. Denver in a rout, and by Denver rout I mean 16-3.
I was about to say so the under.
Yeah. How the Raiders fans terrible. So yeah, I had a losing day there. What am I gonna do? I'll go get 68% for the entire season. That would have been great, but I got to take a loss here and there. College basketball was good. I think I went 8-3 yesterday in college basketball. So, and I laid off the hockey. Again, hockey was all like a lot of $2 faves yesterday. So I think so. And the NBA, not much going on. So you see NBA 9-7 in the video, and overall I'm just 8-5. So, but again, plus 155 here, plus 557 because we hit a monster money line dog. but I'll take it. Hockey 5-5 or plus 40 in a video and the season, baby. We'll take it. We'll take plus money here. Plus money all over the place in a video, basically. Hockey on the season 23 and 21 overall. Again, I try to find kind of spots for these things. I don't do them like voluminous as baseball and college basketball. I mean, college basketball, I put a 3-pack up, and then this morning I came in with a few totals that I liked. But again, hockey and NBA, hockey, I'll have a decent amount of games done. I don't mind doing hockey. NBA, though, I say it all the time, man. This is my toughest sport. I don't lie about it. I mean, people say they do great in it. I don't see how you do great betting ahead of time in the NBA. I find it extremely difficult.
I do. But
listen, and because I'm like you, I'm going to go. I'm not going to pick and choose. You're going to go. You're going all dogs. You know, you have good.
Oh, that's what I've been doing pretty much the last 4 or 5 days. Is I see a dog at home and I take them.
All dogs, and you're not just saying I'm going to do like I'm only going to take 2 of these 6. You're taking all 6. You're going 4 and 2 as opposed to going 0 and 1 or something. Just picking one. So
yeah, no, I've been taking every single home dog not named the Lakers. And we've been doing that because I refuse to bet the Lakers, even though they won last night. But home dogs are hitting at like 61% this year.
Yeah,
keep rolling with them.
And again, you've been doing it for a while, so you're good. I can't, as much as I like my dogs, I can't come in today and be like, you know what, I'm going to grab a home dog today. And my luck, Toronto wins by 30. The Rockets show up as the Rockets, and Paul George has a 50, 25, and 17 stat line or something. But yeah, I always say the
stat line yesterday.
Did he hit the 30? We thought he was going to go
59 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 blocks.
And they lose by 6.
No, they won. No, they won. No, they won. But he was he's the only person who did anything on that team.
He's good.
Yeah, I was scrolling through, I saw his stats, and I'm like, oh geez. And I follow a couple of DraftKings people for the DFS stuff. He scored 100 points yesterday on DraftKings. That's insane. You never see that. You haven't seen 100 points since freaking Kobe Bryant's last game.
For DFS?
Yeah, I played that before I got really into sports betting because it was legal and I wasn't old enough.
You're always old enough. You just
yeah, I just didn't know that I was. But yes.
Oh man. All right. So that was the recap in there. Today I got the commies. You know, what's more offensive? I don't know. People are like, oh, the Redskins are offensive. Your name's the commies now. How isn't that offensive? Who picked that name for Washington? Anyway, give me Washington plus 11 here. And we do have some anytime touchdown props as well. AJ Brown and Sanders here. I mean, I'm getting a running back for Philly. Arguably one of the best receivers, right? I mean, people love AJ Brown. Again, sure money. A lot of times I come in, we'll look at the Washington ones. Gibson and McLaren, 230, 280 each. How are these so high? Do they think that the Redskins are getting shut out today? I think they score a touchdown or two. I mean, I know, listen, I like the Eagles. Little extra rest, good defense, clicking. I understand. I think I'm going 3-1 with these props tonight here. Prop me up. Little prop action. So the props, I think you know what? I didn't even put the props in the scroll. That was my mistake. Usually I have them scrolling because I can't fit everything in the top window because it's only 200 characters, but I forgot to add them to the bottom. There they are there for you player prop folks. College hoops. We swept the board yesterday in college basketball in a video, but still down a little bit, 9-13. Richmond, this time was a 4. It sounded like a 1. I'll lay the 120 with the Spiders. I like the Spiders the other day. I'm going to come back with the Spiders here against Charleston. Charleston's another team I kind of like, but give me Richmond. Georgia under 145, Air Force under 133. Not sure if any of these moved from, again, this was at 8 a.m. when I loaded these up here. No NBA. Again, not the hockey. Well, we'll start hockey. There's 4 games in hockey tonight. 2 of them are $2 faves. How many times have I taken the Flames on the puck line here? I'm not doing it. No, thank you, Calgary. Good night, Irene. Bye-bye to that. And I do, believe it or not, I kind of like Ottawa again. I kind of like the Senators. And NBA, I don't like it enough to bet. I don't like it enough to bet them. Believe it or not, I want to take Charlotte. I'd be a Charlotte guy here. Magic laying 1. I'm leaning Charlotte again. Did not bet it. Did not bet it. Did not bet it. Let's get to conversations. Markel's in the house. Good morning. Locking in with the King. Good morning. Boston minus the 12 today versus OKC. Miz, you know me, man. I'm not laying a 12 spot in NBA. I mean, OKC's been bad. At least they've covered at home. That's the thing. You get them at home as a dog is one thing. But again, they're big competitive. They're 6-7. Do you really want to lay 12? I don't know. No thanks to that. Miami, Ohio, plus 13 in college. Basketball. Let's flip the page here. Against Georgia. Getting a 13 piece. All right, so this was 13 last night. Has not moved. Hold on. Let me just do a refresh on the college basketball matchup screen here to find Georgia. All the way down. Man, every conference is playing today, it looks like. So this is still sitting the same, huh? Has not moved? I see a game like this, Miz. And I believe it or not, I want to take Miami, Ohio with you. Like, line hasn't moved. It's Georgia. People think, oh, Georgia, they're, maybe just mine goes to football or it's a big school and who's Miami, Ohio. I don't know what a Bobcat is. Charleston plus the 3. Is that so did you get that one last night? Because I know that Charleston line has moved down here, right? That is still a pick, this Charleston? No? Yes, I believe. 1. Charleston, hold on a second. Charleston is minus 3.5? Hold on. What happened?
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but I grabbed Richmond? They're against Richmond?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grabbed Richmond plus 3 this morning.
Richmond was minus 4, and now they're a plus 3.5.
I'll grab them. That's fine.
What happened?
I don't know what happened, but I'll take it. I like the Spiders.
I do too, but not. I mean, at that point, something is
something's up, but I don't know.
That does not.
Well, we've also we've seen teams go from we've seen teams flip the other way. Like we had the one UMass Housing game the other day. UMass goes from a 1-point dog to a 4.5-point favorite and lose outright by a lot. So I mean, I'm not really hung up on that. I don't know.
Yeah, this is just a weird. What am I missing here? I'm trying to see if there's something online. Like maybe they're only shooting up 4 guys today. They're playing, only a couple guys are playing basketball today. Anything here? Richmond. Oh, well, I don't know. Interesting. Okay. What are we going to do there? Now I feel, again, this is probably should have. That's why I can't check the games, good, bad, or indifferent. I post these. They're not up to the second lines for myself. If I knew that, I probably definitely would have not put Richmond up here at a pick them with a 7-point line move. But Kent State minus the 6, the Golden Flashes. I got to find out who's Kent's playing here. They got Portland today? No. Yeah, they're playing little Portland Pilots. So 6. This was a 5.5 opener. Not much movement there. I got this right around 5. I mean, it's a no bet for me. And Santa Clara versus Utah State. Am I correct there? Still in 8. This one hasn't moved. Is this? I don't know, I guess I could lean a little Aggies, but I don't. I mean, again, my number is right at 8 here anyway. No value for me on that one. Does not make the cut. Georgia total is 140 now. All right. Well, see, here we go. So perfect example. Richmond, I have here at a pick'em. They're plus 3.5. Georgia was 145.5, and now it's a 140. Oh man, it happens, Biz. I don't know what to say. All right, what do we got here? Cornell, Big Red from Locking In with the King. Who's Cornell got here? At St. Francis, PA. They should get it done here. 3.5. All right.
Oof, I'm on the opposite side of that one.
Colts, beautiful day in India right now. Well, come on. Is Wentz playing tonight? Is he playing? I thought we have a little Taylor Ham going
It should
tonight.
still be Heineke. Let me pull him up.
Antoine, good morning. Good to see you. Look at the twin. The twin knew you were coming. You haven't been here, so you got a nice fresh shape up here. Look at him. Nice and clean over there.
Okay.
Michael's in the house. Good morning. After crushing college football, I just got destroyed in the NFL.
No, Wentz is still on the IR for a while. He's eligible to come off week 11, so next week. Nope, Heineke tonight.
2 extra points cost me games of 3 teams with 14-point leads. I'm right with you. And again, college, I had a what am I going to – I mean, Mike, you hear me. I come in, and I don't think I come in and gloat after like NFL Sundays. Like, oh, I did this. You know, I had a good day. We move on. It is what it is. Bad day. We move on. Frustrating, yes. I just can't worry about it. What am I going to do? I'm watching the game with my son last night, Cowboy game. And I told him before the game, and this is I even had Dallas at 3. I'm like, this is a loser. This just has Dallas losing. They'll get up 13-6 or something, 13-7. And then Mike McCarthy, being a crap coach, will do something dumb. And next thing you know, they're losing 17-13. And it's 2017. They end up losing 24-20. Sure enough, I don't even mind them going for on 4th down there. That's fine. You know, why the heck? Don't go up 3 on Rodgers and think we're going to stop him, because you can't stop him. You never stopped him before. You didn't stop him in the 4th quarter. But play calling is a little questionable. You know, the 195-0 comes up. I said, "There's the kiss of death, baby. I'll bet your life on Green Bay here." That was tough. And the Bears, you bet on a bad team, things happen. But I could live with the Dallas. You know, okay. 0-2. At least I thought I was getting 1-1 on. The Bears game, I didn't think Detroit was going to score. Forget 30. I didn't think they'd score 30 the next 2 weeks. I mean, what are you going to do? Sometimes you have a bad day. You just got to move on. You can't worry about it. Especially can't worry about it when there's 50 college basketball games today. And you have football 7 days a week right now. Got to put the blinders on. My post over on Twitter whenever I'm watching on 140. Because that's what I got this morning, Miz. I bet that this morning it was 145. That was at 8 o'clock in the morning. That was 8 o'clock in the morning I did that. Because I put it on the sites. I put it up on Picks and Parlays this morning. And on the other channel I'm on. And I'll tell you. I got 146 on one site and 145.5 on winning free picks. And I'll tell you, and these sites tells you the time when you post them. 2 hours ago, 145.5, Miami, Ohio versus Georgia. 2 hours ago, A&M Commerce Air Force under 133.5. 14 hours ago, Packers -2. I mean, it's got the times in here. They're timestamped. It's not like I just make up the line. That was 2 hours ago. Sac State, Denver. Sacramento State's a team I like to play as a little dog, but more as kind of like at home. This one here, I don't know. Denver, Pioneers. I've liked the Pioneers for a few years. For whatever reason. I just keep waiting for them to win. I'm going to say Denver here. Again, didn't bet this one. This one didn't make the cut. 3 games on the site for a 3-pack, three sides. Coppin made it, though. I'll tell you what, Coppin's one of them, a 3.5. So there you go. You got one of my three. I'll give you. Plus, I just gave you my totals. So you got 4 of my 6 plays today. Let me see what I got here on Sac State and Denver. Yeah, this is right at 3. I don't know. I mean, you want to dog it up. I get it too. I don't know. IUPUI money line. As bad as IU stinky PUI is, Chicago State laying 6.
We have, as crazy as it sounds, we have IUPUI as the better team.
I mean,
they're ranked 349 in our rankings compared to Chicago State being ranked 359, but they both suck. But I saw that game, I'm like, oh boy, college basketball game of the year. And damn right, I had that as my free pick video last night.
This is just a.
Wait, you didn't bet it?
Believe it. I think IUPUI is worth a shot here at 6.
Boom. I want to put up the money line.
Tim likes his dogs. Probably Houston and who? Detroit today?
Houston and Detroit. That is correct. And then I also bet Miami.
There you go. Houston, Detroit, and the Heat. Eagles 7 with a little teaser. Teaser Tuesday did cash for us yesterday, believe it or not, in the NFL. 4 and 6 Teaser Tuesdays now. First half under 21, I'm going to take it. Why do I think we're going to see some points here tonight? I could be wrong. Maybe because I got Washington in 11. I need 17 from them to make this a game. Over under NFL game. I kind of like the over, Noah. 34-10. Let's hope not. I'm getting 11. Need a little more than 10 points. Carson Wentz interceptions. I'm going to bet my life he does not throw an interception tonight. There'll be human sacrifices tomorrow if he throws an interception tonight. Right? He's officially out, right? He's still on the IR, Tim, before I
have to come in here. He's not eligible to come back until next week against whoever they face next week. Was it Houston?
Yeah, they got the Texans. Yeah, so Mike, we're just talking about this. So 2 hours ago, Richmond was a 1.5 down from a 4. Now they're plus money. Again, like I just told Miz, 2 hours ago when I did this, the show's what it is. I can't come in and just put things up as I'm doing it and type things in on the channel and on Twitter and stuff. We're not gonna, I know the line's wrong. Sometimes, what am I going to do? I'm not, and then someone watches the show at 7:00 at night and the line's totally different. And then I get a bad email like, oh, you don't even get the right lines. Well, the line's the line at the time. When they move, I say, well, it's moved. What am I going to do? I don't have a freaking army of people behind the scenes here running live odds on the show as we do it. Lane's in the house. Santa Clara, Utah State. Yeah, what's up with this game? Somebody else mentioned Santa Clara here, too. They want to take Santa Clara. Did not make my cut. No opinion. Euclid, Florida. Euclid playing Norfolk. 21 now. It was a 20 last night, so it's not surprising that ticks up a notch there. And the Gators over Florida Atlantic 13. I was in 11, so that's about as much as I want to go in that game. Again, neither of these really push the needle in either direction for me. College hoops, I gotcha covered. Florida State versus Troy. No, I can't do Florida State here. Florida, no thank you. I nearly bet Troy last night. I think I like the under in this Florida State. Or maybe like the over in Florida State here. Florida State over. 139.5. Rob Franklin's in the house. There you go, Rob. Come in. Now you come in. Good time. Last night you popped in the show. It was like, I'm ending the show where you're coming in. Where you been anyway, Rob? You're sulking? Green Bay? I know you got to win yesterday. A miracle win, but Charlotte and Butler in college hoops today. Charlotte, where are the 49ers at? Against Maryland Eastern Shore. All right, this was a 12er. Hasn't really moved much, although I'm not really high on Maryland. So, all right, you want to, yeah, I don't know if I could. I'd lean Maryland here, and Butler. The Butler did. This was a 9 opener I saw somewhere. 9.5 actually. So value's gone a little bit on Butler there. Rich P in the Lake Button, I appreciate it. So I have to get out. I want to go and get rid of my iPhone. So of course, like there's notifications. I just check before I do the show, and now Lenny's texting me for all the shows for the picks. Probably say Creighton -30. Richie, I'm gonna say it. I can't bet -30 here. And this actually went up. I think this was a 28 last night. Whereas those Cretans from Creighton, it's a 27.5 now to 30. I mean, Creighton's pretty good. I like Creighton. I'm not gonna say that. I just don't want to lay these kind of numbers. Portland, Kent State over 152.5. What do I have on this one? Here we go, 152. It was actually open at 150. I would say under. I'd lean under here. Dave's in the house. Welcome. Bucks -4. Illinois, the Illini in college basketball tonight. I always like my Illini. Do I want to lay a 24 spot? It's a big number. That's right around what I have it at, 23, 24. Although I think Monmouth is a bad team, so Illinois should have rolled here. Yes. And NBA with Milwaukee over the Hawks. Man, why is this a little too easy at -4?
Giannis should be back today. It will be his first game back in like 2 games or something. And we may be getting a Chris Middleton sighting today. We're not 100% sure, but we may.
Yeah, but he's not going to play a lot anyway, Middleton.
No, he'll play unlimited minutes and stuff, but it would be good to get him back in the rotation and everything. I like Milwaukee, and Atlanta struggles in Milwaukee. So if this was in Atlanta, 100% an Atlanta spot. In Milwaukee, Atlanta struggles on the road. I would lean Milwaukee in that game. Didn't bet it, though.
All right. Creighton over 145. This was a 140 on the opener, so it's ticked up a bit here. What are you getting out of Holy Cross here? Because I had a couple overs on Saturday in college basketball, and I got my team. They were like one was 129, one was like 138, and I had 2 teams getting the mid-70s that didn't go over. So you're asking a lot of heavy lifting from Creighton. Are you getting 90 out of Creighton? You getting 80 out of Creighton here? 80 to 60 still won't get you there. I don't know. I'm a little leery that I would say under the 145. 140 thinking I got a shot here because I think Creighton's going to score in the mid 80s ish. Is Creighton scoring 100? What is Holy Cross scoring? I can't do that. And again, I'm bitter because I had 2 teams get to 75 and 74, and I can't get over 125 and 137 or 129, whatever it was. The pen comes out on Cornell. Cornell St. Francis.
Yeah, I'm on St. Francis today. We had that game as a pick'em, so I had to grab the +4 when it was out.
All right, so we're gonna call it a 3.5 because I think that's what it is now.
Is it?
I don't
know. I'll check the site to see what we can get on there.
Packers pull out a miracle win. Well, that's because listen, Mike McCarthy's a crap coach. That's why he fired him. And it's Dallas, which adds another asterisk to that. So good win, but it's about time. I've been waiting. I've been waiting 7 weeks I've been waiting 10 weeks for you guys to play good football. So.
Oh yeah, they finally had their buy low spot. We've only been mentioning it for the last 2.5 months. They
Queens College.
Ready? They finally Green Bay finally evened it up with the Milwaukee Brewers for the most wins from a professional sports team from Wisconsin since October, and that was 2.
Wow.
And Milwaukee stopped playing over a month ago. You're welcome. I know that was a mouthful.
So Queens, I don't know when Queens is playing. I don't think they're playing today. I mean, who knows?
I'll look up when Queens is playing.
We don't just take them to take them. They got to have some value to us. Yeah, Richmond to me, listen, at 4.5, I like them at 4.5, so I didn't mind laying 120. Okay. Now it's 3.5 plus points. I don't know what's happening there.
Tomorrow against LaSalle.
Oh, the Explorers.
I gotta start looking up stuff for tomorrow. Oh yeah, Queens is already second in the A-Sun. Let's go.
There we go. We love the Atlantic Sun. My big girl banger of the day, IUPUI under. Yes.
And when that game finishes 55-53 today, we'll be good to go. By the way, I mentioned IUPUI. I said, I might want to take the money line. All of a sudden, I get a text from Nick. No, do not put up IUPUI money line. I'm like, what? He goes, I saw you on the show. Do not put it up.
No Wentz. Wentz is out. I'm sure there's groups. I mean, I know some people respected who I guess can move lines, but I mean, a 7-point move. I mean, that's a huge sum of money. 7 points. It's not like moving. Listen, totals are one thing. People come in a couple times on totals are going to move them, and you see big movement on them, and hopefully you're on the right side when they start going, and you're like, oh, I'll take the over or under here. But yeah, I think there's still groups like this, but a 7-point move like this one, I have no idea. I'm going to find out in 10 hours when the game's over, I guess. James is in the house. Magic Hornets over to 224 from our friend. Okay. That's a good one you might want to look at, people. Is a friend. He's a friend of mine. A friend of mine and a friend of ours. If I say you're a friend of mine, you're sort of connected. A friend of ours means you're a wise guy. Anybody watch Donnie Brasco? No Donnie Brasco fans out here? Corey Jones checking in. Yeah, McCarthy. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible, bro. It's college football tonight? No college football tonight. You have college football Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All the time. All the time. Troy plus 10. I kind of like Troy against Florida State. I mean, I popped up the banner. I said Florida State to win the ACC. Right now, this team is a hot mess. Not even a hot mess. They're a cold mess because they're not even hot on. They're cold. They say like hot SHIT and cold diarrhea. They are definitely cold diarrhea. And McLaurin, I mean, someone's good. The Redskins are going to score a touchdown tonight. I think 2 guys at plus $2. Yeah, Florida State's not good. 6-point tees, Chargers and Commies. I like my chances. I think so. I mean, I like Washington plus the 11. Florida State looking real good at minus 10. I don't know, Brad. That looks way too easy. And Florida State has not played well at all. And following you up with your Florida State's looking good is Troy is a good pick. IUPUI is playing Chicago State, and they're getting 6 points. And Chicago State is bad. Oral Roberts, getting 20 from Houston. I know how good Houston is, but Oral, not a bunch of scrubs. No, they're not a bunch of scrubs, right? We had Oral. They got their best mid-major player there, basically. And Abris is still there. Houston is a tough team. Houston is the Final Four team. So, again, it's tough because, again, 20, this line open at 18. You got a guy on Oral who could keep you close. But Houston, come on, they always play defense. The problem with this is this game could easily be, and this is Houston, this game could be 66-40. It could be 86-84 if this guy's on for this. I kind of like Houston, though. So I did one time take team total, Chicago State and IUPUI. I mean, listen, I would lean IUPUI. I did not bet it. I'm not running a bet IUPUI in Chicago State. I hope you cash it. He wants you to cash it, Tim, on that money line. Portland. Are we doing Portland Pilots? Is this what we're talking here when we say Portland plus 5.5? I don't know if
I think so. I don't
Trailblazers are playing.
The Blazers don't play today.
Yeah, Portland is.
Portland Pilots.
Yeah, who are they playing? I know we talked about them earlier. Just got to find them. Here we go. Kent State. Yeah, that's an interesting line. I mean, Kent's. I sort of like the Golden Flashes, but Coppin Navy over. Richmond now plus points on money line. Illinois 27. Yeah, I think Illinois is going to run it up on Monmouth. Coppin over. Navy always plays some ugly ball. Football or basketball doesn't make a difference. And a Richmond game, I have no idea what's going on in Richmond. Here we go, Portland. Here's another game everybody's jumping on. So I'm gonna put this to the side. So Portland, Kent State, and what was the other one? Santa Clara and Utah State. The most talked about games today. I have no idea why.
And the college basketball game of the year between IUPUI and Chicago State's also been talked about a lot.
I mean, it would be one thing if I had like my numbers were really one way or the other, or people I respected numbers were really crazy going favoring one side or the other, but they're not. James agrees with me. Chicago State shouldn't be favored of anyone. I mean, seriously, but we've seen times where it's like, oh, too easy. Like we're talking about Tim's taking a bunch of NBA dogs, the old pick and choose, like baseball. Oh, look, the Yanks are minus 110, Astros are minus 117 on the road. The Dodgers are only minus 120. They all look really easy, and you go 1-2. But you pick the one, and you go 0-1. Or you take a dog. Like this game here, when it looks too good, Georgia. I mean, we'll talk about Georgia minus 9 over Tennessee. Like, what is that about, man? I mean, Tennessee's still number 1, 9 points. This one here, I want to take IUPUI, but why Chicago State by 15? But to finish that sentence, why bother taking this game? There's 50 other games. This is one. You can name me a player on one of these teams. Sure. Name me the coach. I mean, I can't name coaches of real teams. More or less.
Come on. I can't even name you a player on Duke.
The Bulldogs. I know. How about roll me out?
Even NC State, and I live 5 minutes away from the campus.
Just roll me out their nicknames, their full names for IUPUI. What were they called? IUPUI what's?
It's the Indiana University, Purdue University of Indianapolis, the Jaguars taking on the Chicago State Bobcats.
Yeah, but that's only because you looked at it because you were going to take IUPUI. But I mean, most people don't know who these teams are.
Oh yeah, no, I did a video on it last night.
All right. So let's get out of here with your crap. It's freaking nuts.
But we knew it before last year because IUPUI was always a joke.
I like Drake. And Wolford. Wolford's a team I sort of like to bet on in spots. I got this at 10. So I'd lean a little Wolford, but did not bet it. That's what my number is. Stetson IUPUI, what points seem good? Oh my goodness. Ice. And Stetson, you're throwing Stetson in there? Who's against South Florida? That line is interesting because that's a 6.5. And I see that as like a 8, 9, 10 point game. So what is up with that fishy line? That's the spot. We want to take Stetson. I get it. IUPUI, though, I would go the other side. I heard one of their players got shot or something. Some kind of.
3 of their players were shot and killed.
3 of them?
3 players were shot and killed. 2 wide receivers and a linebacker. There's a ex-player in custody.
Oh. So
we're grabbing Virginia minus 1.5 versus Coastal if they play that game.
Nah, Coastal. Virginia's bad. I mean, probably the ex-player probably had money on him. Like, you guys suck, and they were yelling back and forth at each other. I mean, not to make a joke out of it, but
I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Thanks for the NBA, Tim. He's been red hot in his NBA. Northwestern plus 24.5. Is this Northwestern State? It's got to be Northwestern State, not Northwestern, right?
He says Northwestern State.
All right. Oh, Northwestern. Okay, yeah. It's abbreviated. I was like, did not see that. I'm sorry there, Robert. Against TCU. The Horned Frogs think they're paying a little too much attention to their football team. I think
the Horned Frogs are the most overrated team in college basketball. Because you've seen them play 2 games so far. A 1-point win at home versus Arkansas Pine Bluff, and then an 11-point win against Lamar, but that game was a lot closer than 11 points.
I mean, take the 24. I mean, listen, Northwestern State.
I got 26 on a hook.
Yeah, you got to take the points here.
I'm just fading TCU, and even though I'm one of my teams is the UNC Tar Heels, I've been fading them all year too. I think UNC does not deserve to be a number 1 seed and ranked in college basketball.
Who do you think the best team is?
Gonzaga. That's what we have as our number 1 team right now is Gonzaga. Gonzaga, Baylor, Houston, I think is our top 3. Kansas maybe up there. I don't know.
You can't really. I mean, it's early to see how these guys play. Washington tonight. I'm guessing NFL. We're not taking. It's not George Washington. This is Washington. I got Washington plus 11. Norfolk plus a 20. Yeah. Did we talk about this one earlier? Norfolk.
UCLA. One of the last games tonight.
Yes. I knew we talked about this one. I forgot what I said about this one earlier. All I know is I didn't bet it. Washington and the over. I kind of like that. I'm already on Washington. Belmont versus Lipscomb, Norfolk versus UCLA. Here's another. This is our 3rd person on Norfolk. Or talking about Norfolk or wanting Norfolk. How is UCLA? What did UCLA? Did UCLA win that? They lost that first game, right? Because I think we faded them that game against. Oh no, that wasn't UCLA. That was maybe USC, maybe. Yes.
USC lost to Florida Gulf Coast.
Yes. So these guys beat a couple derelict squads. Well, I mean, Long Beach State's not that bad, but Sac State by 26, Long Beach by 24. Here comes Norfolk. Baylor, loser there. And now on the road. Man, talk about getting your mileage in. Baylor to LA, and then they're in Monmouth against New Jersey. Yeesh. You know what? UCLA has Illinois on deck. Maybe this is you get a little backdoor action here and get a cover with Norfolk with UCLA. You said over Troy. Yes. Yeah, that was a 139.5 this morning. Look at this fella. Smith Wesson in house. I like the Redskins today. I got them plus 11. Richie P's laughing. That's something I said. Packers money line, never in doubt. Here we go. Here we go with his nonsense. UCLA over 135. Texas Tech under. It's 135. This was a 141 opener last night. So you got a good number if you think it's at a 140 because it opened at 140, came down 5 points. And Texas Tech under 135. That's what I got. I got under 135 for Texas Tech myself. Cards need to keep McCoy because Kyle Murray is no professional quarterback. So coming up we have San Fran. I like San Fran over Arizona this week. I think it's like 5.5, 6. Yeah, we just talked about it. 3 guys killed by an ex-player. So obviously that's whatever. Guys talking shit. Houston minus 20. I like Houston minus 20. We like Oral Roberts. I just think Houston's a really good team. Gamecocks 2.5, and the Flames. All right, this is South Carolina. I'm guessing in college. Who are they playing today? In the Calgary Flames. Where's South Carolina?
South Carolina doesn't play in basketball today.
All right, so we'll move on from that.
Did they play yesterday?
I don't know. Richie, come on. What's going on here? I'm totally confused. A lot of young Slavic women hang out in Chicago State IUPUI. Good. Go. Nice. Check out the hotties. Brad, are you from the Chicago area? You going to the game? Chicago State's going to win by 7, and total will push because everybody's on it. Again, I'm just because I like it don't mean I'm betting it, but I would lean Chicago State here. Everybody's smiling today. It's a fun day. I know you want to take Mississippi Valley tonight. Who do they got? Mississippi Valley playing Yale
Eastern
tonight?
Washington.
Eastern Washington. That's in Hawaii though, right? This is all the Hawaii games.
Are they in Hawaii?
Yeah. This is Hawaii.
Oh, then I messed up my numbers on that one. I didn't bet it, so it's fine.
Yeah. Mississippi Valley's bad. The Cougars, not the Bobcats. So you were wrong with Chicago State.
Chicago State. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I fixed myself, Nick. It's fine.
Open up a hanger box, pull the Pena short print. Come on, Ed, just coming in here. I open up a hanger box, I get Keith Moreland or some clown nobody. I can't even think of a common player right now. Paul Zuvella. I bet Zach Wilson is betting. That's that line is 4 this week. Right? We did look at lines. I think it was a 4, went down to 3.5. Interesting game in New England. South Carolina State plus a 20 and Duquesne. I faded Duquesne in their other game because I thought this team was going to be bad. I want to take the 20 here for South Carolina State. I'm not a Duquesne backer. The Dukes of Duquesne. I know they're called Duquesne, folks. I say Duquesne, like I say Arkansas in Louisville. I try to be silly.
No, it's Duquesne. Yeah, that's fine.
The Cougars. Wow. Took IUPUI. Oh, Nathan. Butler versus Penn State, 8.5. You got a good number there because everybody here got it at 5. I know it opened at 9, but you get that 8.5 or 9 with Butler. Worth a shot. Richmond 4.5. This game to me is. I want to erase it, but it's already posted. I mean, this was a 3.5 last night. This morning it was a 1. Now they're a dog. That's a pass for me. Jacksonville State versus Ilshai. Where's my number on this? This is a straight 1 for me. So, I'm getting Jacksonville as a fave now on the road. I will back that because the people betting on Jacksonville State, when they were at +1 to flip it, they know their stuff. Take Jacksonville State tonight, Richie. All right, this is my stuff today. So we got Washington in the NFL. Richmond, although it's a no play for me right now. I know it's in the chat, and it'll be however it comes out. Same with Georgia. This line moves 5 points since we put it up. And welcome to sports betting, folks. I don't know what to say. I'm not. It is what it is. We win some of these, we lose some of these. The number is what it is when I put it in early in the show. Like on Teaser Tuesday.
Just because a line moves does not mean it's a loser. Because we've got lines that move way against you, and it does not matter.
No. But I'm saying for the point of somebody brought up, like, well, what's the point of you put up this line if it's not the right line? Well, 2 hours ago, like I said, I'm not putting stuff in.
Put up the line, it was the right line.
Live at the very second we do stuff here. I mean, I can't do that. It's not like you're back there punching in stuff. So I'm yelling stuff to Tim, and he's pulling up different odds screens to get the best odds for us. We put them in ahead of time, and that's that. Air Force unders or something.
Am I not doing enough? Should I be going back and
yes? It should be just live. There should be a live feed here.
I need to be fixing your top spreads. I'm not doing enough. I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Every second. How am I killing you, Richard B? Come on. Took Miami Ho plus 14.5 here versus Georgia. I kind of don't mind that. Some Miami action there versus Georgia. Commanders plus the points. Yes, good NFL Sunday for you. Good job, Eric. I mean, you've been doing your dogs. So, dog bettors, you're having a good NFL season. And I say this because, again, I had a losing Sunday. It happens. I don't, do I want to have a losing Sunday? No, but you got to mix them up. I say it all the time. Sometimes it's just dog. You can't just have all dogs, all faves, overs, unders. It goes all over the place. People roll out of bed and want a free hand, get your lazy ass and put in some work. James, where's that coming from? What are you talking about? James coming out blasted today. He woke up and chose violence, bashing people, being lazy today. All right. Speaking of choosing violence, I'm going to go raise hell at the Verizon store. Got to return my iPhone. This thing, I'm like, why is my battery? I charged my battery last night. It was like, you buy a new phone and it's like 30%. So it was whatever low. I put it on the charger for a little bit. And then this morning I get up. It's at like an 18. I'm like, what's going on here? Apparently, so your flashlight and your camera's on like the front page of your screen. And I guess when I was carrying it, I must hit the flashlight. So the flashlight was on all night. Screw these damn iPhones. Why the hell is there a flashlight on the front page of the thing? Like you tap it, the flashlight's on. I'm taking random pictures. iPhone.
No, you can't do that with Samsung. You can turn it on, but you would have to swipe up in order to get the camera out.
Yes, that's what I have. I'm returning this. Return it. And I might throw punch the guy too.
And then in order to get the camera, the flashlight, you need to scroll down and then press a button.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got to come and find the flashlight. Yeah, no, not on here. It's like on the front page. Like.
Yeah, no. Samsung's better than Apple.
It's got to be because Apple people got to be complete morons because they're like, I don't know where the light is. I can't see, and I have to have a flashlight on because they're I guess they live in caves or something. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy endings in NFL. It is.
Yes.
Throw that POS. I'm gonna throw that phone at him. Lucky I don't hit him with a like brachial strike across the side of the neck and flip him in the air. Flip him for real. Anybody know that's from? No, Usual Suspects. He'll flip you. He'll flip me. Yeah, he'll flip you for real. Benicio del Toro? I don't know. Don't go to store with my hands out. Go in there. They're like, oh, look at this. The Jersey guy. The guy from New Yorkers coming in here. Got that. The hands come up. Listen, I teach my son and daughter the throw punch.
Well, yeah, that's a beautiful art.
Listen, you just sack somebody in the throat. It's not going to kill them. They'll think they're dying. And you could either really lay into the person or you could just laugh at them. It's your choice. Nice little poke, like right here, a little jugular notch. Tim, look at me when I talk to you. Right in here, you just go do it to your brother. Just walk up to him, just take 2 fingers, jab him right in the throat.
All right, I'll go drive an hour and a half to go throat punch my brother.
It's not going to rip his skin. You're not going to go in there and rip his tonsils out. It's not like Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse where he's ripping somebody's throat out of there. Quick jab right to the throat. They're like, ugh.
100%. I'll do that to Nick this weekend when I go to the ECU Houston game.
I throw punch my dad. He's 77. He can't keep up with it. Full game and first half unders. Yes. I do. Again, I have commies, so I kind of want the over. I want some points here. But on the flip side of that, if you're going to go first half under, full game under, I totally understand. The knife hand. Do you like that? Eagles first half 6.5. See, that looks a little too low. That's why I like Washington. Eagles just got to win by a touchdown. Come on.
In the first half, I think they're undefeated this year. In the first half.
It is. That's it. So there's your self-defense class today. Throat punch or jugular strikes. And have a good one. We're out of here. We'll go throw punch the book tonight and have a winning day. I'm out of here.